Hello, denizens of the internet. There is no one more qualified to comment on this mendacious media madness, this interconnected internet entertainment than yours truly, your former network executive reaction. But you know that already. As this year comes to an end, the major story of 2022 was the increased interconnectedness between the manufacturers of content and the growth of the commenting industry here on YouTube and other social media vehicles. And by interconnectedness, I would also say at odds. What I'm curious about is, in our present social media hyper commenting climate, has it become more difficult, if not impossible, to launch a movie or streaming series? Has scrutiny become excessive? YouTube has created a scrutiny industry. We've moved from review to tribunal. I've always documented how Hollywood has still not come to grips with and accept the new social totality. They are still relying on their paid fart catchers like Variety, Hollywood Reporter, Vanity Fair, etc. to put out the same unctuous promotional nonsense. Or they hire tired old actors to sit in their cars and create weepy videos of how stunning and brave their abused co-stars are. Of course, the studios are conscious of this new world order because they came up with a strategy called fan baiting, apparently. Yes, some marketing consultant actually convinced them that engagement was the gateway to success. Fan baiting the fandom menace into a frenzy would get them engagement in the form of greater clickbait numbers, albeit negative ones. In my present life, as an international business mogul, social media bullshitters call it increasing the funnel.
Look how big we've increased our funnel. We've targeted influencers with engaged assets to act as platforms for conversation.
But none of this nonsense increases conversions. Conversions are how you make money. For movies, it's bums and seats. For streaming services, it's subscribers. Unfortunately, engagement does nothing to increase conversion if the production is crap. But let's say, for the sake of argument, that the Holly wankers make peace and stop the fan baiting and just make good entertainment while interacting with the fandom menace in some positive manner. Wouldn't that mollify the rage tubers? Well, that is a complicated subject, as this only makes sense for studios who are actually attempting to defang the woke beast and provide message-free, no-forced, gratuitous diversity entertainment. The roiling fandom seems to be giving cautious signs that it is willing to give DC another go, but not so with Disney's disastrous shepherding of Star Wars, Pixar, and Marvel franchises. Amazon's hilarious Rings of Power and Wheel of Time faceplants, or Netflix's horrendous bumfuck of Witcher fans. Stunning and brave is not a reason to go watch grown-ups pretend. Up to fairly recently, our passion for these franchises has been so all-consuming that we gave the franchise owners the benefit of the doubt. Not only are we done with them, we have abandoned them, and we have started to actively mount campaigns against them. Yes, I know, all you allies have vilified us for our reaction to things like the abominable Lightyear, Star Trek Discovery, the Eternals, etc. You have insisted we're on a jihad to bring them down. No. We were only reacting to the incompetence and overt woke messaging. But now, for the first time that I can remember, we are actively hoping for failure. This is a sea change. I think it all started actually back with Ghostbusters 2016, took a hiatus, but then kicked into high gear for Amazon's Rings of Power with its aggressively offensive diversity marketing campaign, culminating in its conspicuous abandonment of anything to do with Tolkien and laughably bad execution of anything that resembled a TV show. And most recently, with fake Black Panther Wakanda Forever, I think Marvel would have been right in accusing us of wishing beyond hope that it would be a disaster for no other reason than we wanted to see Disney burn in hell. I'm not comfortable rooting for failure. I'm not so sure that it's a useful shift from just reporting on failure, but more importantly, are we actually having an effect on business? Frank Rich, reviewer of the New York Times, could close a Broadway production with a single scathing review. He was known as the butcher of Broadway. Have we YouTubers achieved similar butcher status? Have we made it impossible for anything good to be made? Would positive reviews from us have added, $200 million to Wakanda's box office? On one hand, you'll have fans who want fealty to the original, and on the other, you'll have the intersectionalists screaming for more diversity and alphabet representation. I think we've already gotten some evidence as to how the former works. The streaming movie Prey, based, I guess, loosely on the Prey versus Predator franchise, was initially rebuked by the fandom menace, but then the movie dropped. It was almost universally praised. However, this is never the case with the intersectionalists. Not only do they scream about imagined representational inadequacies, they have no interest in supporting any of the properties they howl about with their wallets. Interestingly, since woke became a thing, what new massive intellectual properties have arisen? None that I can think of. It seems bending the knee is not good for creativity. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.